Hello, you know it's your girl Junior. We are back with another sermon and I am just so excited to share it with you all. But before we jump in, I do want to say I just feel like I look so sexy right now. Am I incorrect in the fact that I just feel really demure? I feel really beautiful. Yes, enjoy it. Enjoy it. I look sickening. And I got my choker out for y'all. I'm so freaking excited to share this sermon with you all, and I'm looking real good this week. And I'm so excited to share the sermon and this beautiful mug with you all. So, yeah, without further ado, well, actually, before we jump in.
Whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
Y'all better subscribe, like, share this bitch. Thank you so much for all the love that you all have been sharing me already. I'm just so thankful because this is a new adventure for me, and I'm excited to be going on it with y'all. Together we're adventuring, right? We're just adventuring together, and I'm excited to do it with you, and together we will all get uplifted, empowered, and vibrating on a higher level. You know what I mean? We're gonna all be vibrating higher. Wherever we at, we just gonna get higher. I think without further ado, here goes my sermon. Enjoy. The only relationship you can have with anyone or anything will always be a reflection of the one that you're having with yourself. And that's just the truth and the tea of it all, because you are the root of every relationship in your life, and the love that we show to ourselves is the love that we feed into the collective consciousness of our community. If what we feed ourselves is self-hate and ignorance, that's what we're feeding everyone else around us. So until we unpack and unlearn all of the toxic things within ourselves, we leave it to fester within ourselves, okay? And all of that motherfucking festering, it just leaks out into our community and destroys not only our lives, but as well the lives of everyone around us. And then we sit there and we wonder, why is this happening? When, bitch, we did it to ourselves, okay? And that applies to your relationships, to work, to dating, to your activism. This is tied to every piece of who you are. If you have a superficial and stagnant relationship with yourself, that's what is going to manifest itself everywhere else. That's why we must be taking the time to do the work, okay? We all show up for work for other people, but we need to show up for the work for ourselves and do it internally within ourselves, because it's really in the moments where you're really sitting down by yourself, quiet, alone, and you listen to your thoughts, and you ask yourself questions, and you be honest with yourself in a way that you can't be with anyone else. Because society is only what people make it, and if society is going to be rebuilt, we can't rebuild it in the same unhealed, toxic image that we're living in now. The internalized racism, transphobia, misogyny, all the isms are things that we all carry around. And we know it because they're literally built into this fucking society. And the same goes for the generational trauma and family trauma that we all grow up with. It's impossible to say that you haven't been touched by internalization of all of the exclusionary things that America is built upon. But it doesn't mean that you've begun to unpack it all and see how it's affected who you are today. I challenge you to take care of yourself before anybody else. Because if you neglect your needs, if you don't process what's happening in your life, if you are depriving yourself of self-reflection and time by yourself, you're only bringing a neglected, unhappy, and deprived person to the protest, to your house, to work, and hell to the rest of your community. And that's not the type of energy that's going to create a positive change, not for you, and not for anybody else around you or anyone who knows you. It's always important to remember that your cup cannot run over with blessings for your community if you can't even keep that cup filled for yourself, okay? Bitch, put the mask on yourself before you put it on your neighbor, remember? Taking time to be with yourself is important because the community, more than anything, needs courage from its community members. Courage not just for people to support Black trans power in new ways, but for people to have the courage to grow into better allies and activists and self-lovers. If you are unreliable and inattentive of your own needs, then all you'll be is unreliable and inattentive to your community's needs. Take time to learn how to love and take care of yourself. To grow, it requires love. It requires patience, and it requires honesty, okay? Not for others, but for yourself. Never forget that we are all connected. So if one of us is tired, we're all tired. If one of us hasn't processed our trauma, then that means that we all have unprocessed trauma. One person's neglect and pain is felt by everybody. Everybody in the community. Everyone. Not just through your energy, but also your actions. And especially when that pain is self-inflicted through neglect. We are one, and how we treat ourselves is a reflection of how we treat the rest of our community. Are you seeing a pattern here? You see how we all reflect our community reflects us? Getting it? Especially when I'm an activist, and I hope that you are too, your energy and being is trying to help those who are more disenfranchised than yourself while not helping yourself. And I have to ask, what positive change will come from a tired, emotionally exhausted person showing up one day and then not being able to show up again because they're run down? And I say it because I've experienced it. Take care of yourself. Every day is an amazing day to make a change or to follow your dreams. And I've learned happy people plan actions and they don't bet on results. Oftentimes, we'll be searching for the right situation or the right circumstances to follow our dreams, to follow our happiness, to do what makes us actually feel fulfilled. When the right circumstance is right the fuck now.
We all make choices, but that was a choice.
And that's that on that, okay? And that's another sermon, okay? That's another sermon down, another sermon in the wraps, okay? I'm so thankful that you listen. I'm so thankful that you share. I'm so thankful that you subscribe. And that's that on that, okay? I love y'all. I'll catch you in the next video. Yeah.